it's been a tough week. This week I am acknowledging the artist block that I'm experiencing. And in acknowledging the artist block, I am endeavoring to resolve the problem. So come with me while I talk you through what's happening and how I'm fixing it. I'm super excited. No, I'm not. I always say I'm super excited. I'm actually not excited this week. I have the biggest case of artist block. Biggest case of artist block. And there's a couple reasons why I have the artist block. So what I'm going to talk about is artist block, but also how do you get out of it? How do you like move beyond that artist block? So for me, artist block shows up in different ways. It doesn't show up as like a lack of creativity. It does not show up as a lack of, you know, having a design for a painting. It doesn't show up as a slow down in thought or anything like that, or like I'm not creatively ready to make a painting. It really, for me, it shows up in I have stopped working. It shows up slowly but surely, and it's related to stress. It's related to overwork. It's related to anything that could be going on in my life that I haven't managed. And when those things happen in my life, I put blockers in my way to stop me from working. And it's really weird and really kind of insidious how it happens. The other thing I'm gonna call out is time. If I don't get to work consistently, it's not so much a lack of time, it's a lack of consistency in my day. So if I am put in a position where, and when I say put in a position, I'm putting myself in that position because I'm overcommitting myself. I'm offering my time up to people. If I am doing that and not taking care of the work, I get frustrated because I don't take the time to come into the studio, or I get tired or whatever. But there's a lot of time spent that that I'm not putting into the studio, and it's frustrating, not because I don't want to do the things that I'm doing, but more so, more so because I am not great and have never been great at parsing out time in a way that helps me but also helps others. So I'm trying to like color match, but so the goal, I feel like my goals need to be clearer, and my time during a day needs to be better thought out. I'm taking some time this week, or have been taking some time this week, to reset my goals, to plan kind of what I want to achieve for the rest of the year, and to be able to clearly state that, to be able to clearly say, this is where I am and this is where I want to be going forward. And I think that doing that for me, for my mental health, for my mental health is helpful, because it puts me in a position where I can actually get things done and I can actually accomplish things, and I actually know what's on the docket for the week, so that I can move to the next step and I don't feel like I'm missing something. I continue to think that, I continue to struggle with the mental move from working for someone to working for myself, and going into that kind of working for myself realm, knowing that it's going to be hard, knowing that there are going to be challenges, but also knowing that there will be some breakthroughs, and the breakthroughs will happen over time. That is part of the clutter that happens when I am stressing myself out. And the way to resolve it is actually to become a little bit more rigid with how I plan for what happens next, you know? So the next part is like, this is a whole thing, cleaning this up. This is definitely one of the things that I do when I am overwhelmed or feeling stressed out. And it's funny because I might clean this off and then put everything back, but I put it back in a way that's neater or more organized or whatever. And oftentimes after I've done a lot of big projects, this happens. You know, the neater, more organized me comes out and says, do we really want to live like this? And then I ease myself into cleaning, and I ease myself into getting all this stuff cleared off and refreshed, because I don't know, I feel like there's a thing there where I just need to like clean this whole area, and then once I clean the whole area, then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, it's a new day, you know? So do I have a solution for everything right now? No, I don't. I don't have a solution for everything right now. But what I do have is a plan. And the good part about having a plan is that you know, oh my God, there's like 5 left in this one, is that you know the next step. You know, like the next step is literally, literally my next step is I'm going to get a bunch of sketchbooks, because I've got a bunch. I'm going to set them up on this table, and I'm going to kind of work in tandem on them so that I can just do more with the landscape, figure more out about the landscape. I also have some portraits that I'm going to do that are fun, they're experimental. I'm going to play with color in a new way for me, but I'm going to lay those out as well so that I can do the kind of foundational color part first, and then on top of that I'm going to play, it's kind of like playtime, right? So, and I can show you what I mean, like foundational color. So this is what I've been playing with. This is a mess, this is a total mess, right? So this is the messy, what happens if part of the practice, right? Doing things like that in my sketchbook, they not only teach me something new, but they actually get me going again, back into the sketchbook, back into painting or drawing or whatever I happen to be working on, because it's an action. It's getting a pen or getting a brush or getting something like that and performing an action. And when I start doing that, when I start performing an action, coming into the studio tomorrow feels a lot easier. Coming into the studio the next day feels even better. Coming into the studio next week is now a habit. So doing all these things, cleaning the studio, playing in my sketchbook, putting paint into containers, doing all those things combined helps me to move beyond the blockage that I'm having. And all of a sudden I'm not blocked anymore and I'm just working. I'll add that getting control over whatever else was stressing me out, that helps too, because once I've made a decision, then it's about execution of the plan and less about being stressed out over not knowing what to do. So the other thing that helps me come out of, you know, a sort of time where I'm not working, a time where I'm feeling like behind or whatever, is actually, besides cleaning the whole house, it's actually doing a little bit of a workout. So I have a gym in the backyard. Well, I should do like a side show. Like, this is my gym. But we have a gym in our garage. And so I really don't have any reason why I can't work out. But sometimes when I'm feeling low, I just don't. And I need to. I'm one of those weirdos that find working out to be pretty fun. You know, like, I'm one of those weirdos that find working out to be pretty fun. And when I don't do it, I don't feel myself. That working out is something that I need to do, not something that's like, I should do it. It's something that I need to do because I just love it so much. It's fun. It's a big part of our lives. My hubby is actually an Olympic athlete, or rather, you know, he was. So he has a gold and a silver and a bronze in track and field for the Paralympics, which means he's a badass. All right. That just makes me feel, doesn't that make you feel better? Like this whole, like, oh, it makes me feel so good. The last thing I wanted to bring up is a couple of books that I've started reading. One is The 12-Week Year. I like it because it's helping me to prioritize things, which is great. And the other one is Drawing, Structure, and Vision, which I think this is technical. It's a book about the technicalness of drawing, but also it's just so well done and so well written. It's not boring. I read other books about drawing that were kind of technical and they just didn't do it for me. So cool. I like this one because, I mean, this is what I found the other day and it really just made me so happy. It like tickled me to my core. So this made me so entirely happy. And it's literally a diagram on how to use your pencil or pen, whatever drawing implement, to find the angles in your drawing. I don't think I've ever seen that, you know, how to measure, how to use the angles, how to do that. I've never seen it written down before or a diagram of it before. So that just made me very happy. It's just like, that just made me very happy. So definitely a book that I would recommend, and I've only really read one chapter, so as I go I'll bring it back. The other books that I'm reading, I've got a bunch of books that I'm reading actually, but I kind of read, okay, my strategy for reading books is to just read one chapter at a time because that is right before my brain starts to drift off. So my current book that I'm reading for pleasure is A Hard Day for Hangover by Darynda Jones. Love this one, so good. And then for business, there's two books that I'm reading. One is Atomic Habits, and I think everyone's heard of Atomic Habits. So Atomic Habits, love this book. Small bites are necessary. I think don't just sit down and listen to the whole thing, like really listen to one chapter at a time. That's kind of how I've been doing it. And the other one that I have been listening to is Sell It Like Serhant. Love this book. I love his YouTube as well. He's got a bunch of YouTube channels, but I love the Sell It brand of his channels or whatever. So those books are really helping me to center myself, to become a little bit more ordered in what I do. So instead of kind of doing everything, focusing in on one thing and doing that one thing well, and then moving on to the next project that I want to do. And I really feel the evolution and I really feel the change in my thinking and how I speak about things and how I talk about the work that I'm doing. So I'm excited about that, like tremendously excited about that. I think I'm gonna end it there. Have a great day. If you want to take another look at another video, there's a video that I posted about getting back into doing art after a long time off. Take a look at that video. I love you so much. I will talk to you soon. Bye.